What's going on, guys? I'm really excited to be back here today because I got myself a new toy, the Walther G36 22LR. And this has been out for a few years now. And I was going to get one when it came out and do the same thing I did with my 22 MP5 and SBR it. I saw a guy online on a forum who converted this to a G36C, cut the barrel down, and got a C handguard and a C stock, and it came out really cool, and I liked it. And I was like, well, hey, I mean, I can't afford a real one, why don't I do it? But then I kind of waited on it, and the trust information changed, you know, more of a process to go through it, and I was like, I don't want to deal with it. So I kept it, I'm going to keep it standard length. So it comes with an 18.1 inch barrel, but what's weird is on the packaging, they label it as a G36K. And I don't really know why they did that, because the only thing K about it is it has a K-style handguard and a K-length stock. But the barrel is still full length. You know, a K barrel would be 12 inches around there. So I kind of didn't like how they labeled it on the box as a K when it's not really a K. But that aside, the manual says it's supposed to weigh 6.5 pounds empty with no mag. I actually got 4.5 pounds. And this thing is really light. If you want to compare it to the MP5 Walther that they make, there's a lot of metal in that. The whole receiver is metal. It's got some heft to it. And on mine, even though it's in SBR form, it still weighs more than this does. On my scale, the MP5 22 weighed in at almost 6.5 pounds. That's with the barrel chopped and without the fake suppressor on the end and all that. So it's a solid 2 pounds more than this in SBR form, and this is a much larger gun. I mean, everything on this is basically plastic. The only things metal on this are the bolt and the barrel. Everything else is plastic. So it doesn't have the weight that the MP5 has, so it kind of feels, it feels borderline like a fake gun. I mean, it feels borderline airsoft. So let's take a few shots. Jammed already. Couple cool little features about it is it has bolt hold open when you're on an empty mag, which is I think kind of standard for a little 22, but it also has a manual bolt hold open button here. So pull it back, hit the button, hold your bolt open, and then the charging handle also does function like a real one, where you could push it in, use it as a forward assist. Nice little touch. Alright guys, here it is, G36 AG36 with the red dot 3x scope integrated rail and a 40 mil grenade launcher. Let me just first say that this is completely legal. This is an airsoft part. This is an airsoft 40mm grenade launcher. And this is also an airsoft rail for the G36. And I know there's going to be a lot of haters. There's going to be a lot of keyboard commanders in the comments saying how stupid it is. Why would you do that? Why would you put airsoft parts on a real gun? And let me just tell you, man, like, so this is a replica. I got into this hobby to have fun. You want to do what you like. You want to have fun with what you're doing. Part of what I love about this hobby and being a gun enthusiast is making things your own. I love being able to just customize how I want to customize. You know, I can't afford a real G36. Even like a, you know, a replica or a clone Tommy built. You know, let me tell you, I was close. I was this close to ordering a Tommy built G36. I mean, I was looking like Damon on Friday After Next in front of the computer screen ready to order this thing.
God damn you.
And then the next thing you know, my wife's like,
"You got a live ball." You was just gonna take it, wasn't you? Huh? You thought I was play pimping, didn't you, huh?
I was playing with you, dog. I was playing, man, okay?
I'm really happy with how this came out, how this whole thing came together. I mean, it just the look of it. It just looks so awesome. A little bit about the 40mm airsoft part. This is completely legal to have. It can in no way be converted to shoot a live 40mm grenade. If it was, then ATF would have been all over that, you know, years ago, however many years ago it was that these things came out for airsofters. So completely legal, even though it is on a 22. This is a non-firearm. This is a toy. This is fake. So this is legal. What's cool is it comes with grenade launching sights. So if you wanted to use those, could. I think it adds to it. I probably won't use it, but it adds to the whole look of it. Just like the real one, has a safety fire selection, has a button here that's gonna open up, spring activated. Put it in and shoot it. We got ourselves a 40mm airsoft grenade. Put a little bit of air in this thing. Let me tell you, I've seen some videos of these things. These caps, these rubber caps, they really fly off of there. So let's take a couple shots. That was cool. I only put a little bit of air in the thing. But if I were to fill it up all the way, wasn't sure how far it would go. This thing really comes out of there. I tell you what, man, that's pretty cool. It shot like 25 yards pretty quick. I mean, this thing would definitely, for airsofters, this thing's definitely gonna hurt you if it hits you. It's kind of like a heavy plastic, but not quite rubber. It flies straight. You think it kind of go all over the place, but it went straight. So 40mm, it works. So now you're probably thinking, well, how much does this thing weigh altogether? It's hefty. So the gun itself, I already told you, it weighed like, I got on my scale, weighed about 4.5 pounds. This launcher alone, this is solid. This thing is 3 pounds, 10 ounces by itself. And then the optic rail adds a little bit more weight, I think that's another 8 ounces. So altogether, this whole gun right here, with an empty mag installed, weighs 10 pounds even. My scale got it at 10 pounds. It's hefty. and it's definitely front heavy because you got, you know, almost 4 pounds on the end here. This is for fun. This is to shoot for fun. This is to look cool because, you know, I can't afford a real one and I'll never have a real one. I'm glad that I figured out a way to get this to work. I was also thinking about putting one of the other style stocks on with the adjustable cheek riser. I really don't need to break a cheek weld with this. I mean, the red dot a little bit, but again, it's a 22. There's no recoil, especially with the added weight of that on there. So let's just take a few more shots and end the video off. So I'll tell you what, guys, the only downside that I found with this so far is I've gotten a lot of jams, feed ramp jams, rounds not wanting to fully go into the chamber without using the forward assist. I think I'll probably have to polish the feed ramp a little bit to get that kind of moving a little smoother. But overall, I mean, again, this is just cool, man. I mean, it's gonna be haters down there talking trash, but at the end of the day, do what you want to do. If you want to turn your 22 into a replica of a real gun with some airsoft parts to save money, because otherwise, this optic, this is going to run you $600, $700, $800 for a real G36 3x scope red dot integrated carry handle. So why not spend 60 bucks on a replica that the quality is not bad? I mean, this plastic is not a cheap plastic. This isn't going anywhere. This isn't gonna break. You can carry it, you know, using it. I mean, it's completely fine. Another point to this is I know you're not gonna be able to see it in the camera, but the 3x scope on this airsoft version is clear. It's got reticles in there. The glass is really clear. I was impressed with that. The red dot does work. It comes with batteries to turn it on and off. In the daylight, I would say it's not great. It's not that bright. So even just with a little bit of morning sun like we have here, it's almost washed completely out. But it is there, and I mean, it functions. I mean, for a fraction of the cost, you can't beat it, especially just for fun because it's a 22. I mean, you're not gonna have massive amounts of recoil damaging any of these airsoft parts. Another reason I went airsoft parts for this is because nobody makes any aftermarket parts for it. It must be a popularity thing, I'm not sure. There is nothing that anybody makes for this 22 replica that would be a more gun grade, firearm grade quality. So if you're gonna do it, airsoft parts are the way to do it. The guy I mentioned before on the forums that turned his into a G36C, he used an airsoft fore-end for C. He used G36C buttstock, and it came out really cool. I mean, it's plastic pieces on a 22. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Get it out there. Show people that, you know, something like this is possible with a 22, with airsoft parts, with some modification. It took some heavy modification. The next video I post will be of how I got these parts to work with this. Do what you like. I enjoy it. I love it. And I'm encouraging you to do the same. So, there it is. Alright guys, see you next time.